morning, vaqueros. Live from Brownsville for UTRGV Radio News, I'm Annet del Toro. On Wednesday, November 1st, more than 40 recruiters from different universities attended the Graduate and Professional School Fair. This event took place in Plains Capital Bank El Gran Salon on the Brownsville campus. The students had the opportunity to network and ask questions about their graduate options. The same event took place on Thursday on the Edinburgh campus. Graduate student recruiter Mari Montelongo tells us about what are they looking for in prospective students and what are the requirements for graduate school.
We are looking at the prospective students to be prepared and be competitive for the programs that we offer. They have to have at least a 3.0 GPA, meet all the requirements for the specific program of their interest, submit all the letters of recommendation, statement of goals. In the statement of goals, they can talk about their, goals and aspirations in reference to the program that they're trying to seek. Also, they need to prepare with a GRE exam. Most of the programs require GRE exams. Some of the education programs in the College of Education, if they have a 3.0 GPA, they don't have to worry about the GRE exam.
UTRGV's College Access Outreach programs receive more than $25 million in college access grants, servicing 3,028 students. Stephen Hughes brings us the story.
Community health sophomore Wendell DeMaio, who attends Texas A&M University in college, says she's glad to have been part of the Upward Bound program at Brownsville's Rivetta High School.
It really did help a lot during high school, but it did help prepare me for college a lot, and especially right now that whenever I need advice or I need help or I need any resources, I still have contact with the advisors and the tutors, and I just give them a call and they help out a lot.
Upward Bound at Rivetta High School is one of 16 programs whose funding has been renewed for 5 years, thanks to UTRGV's College Access Outreach programs, which obtained more than $25 million in grants for educational talent search, Upward Bound and Upward Bound Math and Sciences programs at middle school and high schools from Rio Grande City to Port Isabel, as well as college assistance migrant and veterans Upward Bound programs at UTRGV. These grant programs service 3,028 students, giving them an opportunity to attend an institution of higher education and assistance beyond their first year in college. BTD's Priscilla Barkles, an executive director of UTRGV's College Access Outreach programs, overseeing Federal 19 grants. She and her team began writing the grant proposals in February 2016 and submitted them in June 2017. These grants allow student educational outreach to expand its services for students in areas such as Wilsey and Stark counties and continue to serve the Cameron and Hidalgo counties, said Sylvia Leal, UTRGV's Associate Vice President for Student Educational Outreach. On May 31st, Bisita Barkles and her team were told they received 9 Upward Bound grants, 5 more than the 4 existing grants. Bisita Barkles said receiving this number of Upward Bound grants has never happened before in legacy institutions UT Brownsville and UT Pan American. 2 of the grants, the College Access Migrant Program and Veterans Upward Bound, assist students attending UTRGV. Camp helps 45 students on each campus every year with housing, books, transportation, food, and childcare. From UTRGV Radio News, this is Stephen Hughes.
UTRGV must submit institutional proposals to the UT Systems Office of Academic Affairs by December 4th. Jesus Sanchez tells us more on the current plans.
The UTRGV Tuition and Fee Steering Committee will meet at 10 a.m. Tuesday in Student Services Building 4.106 on the Edinburg campus to discuss and vote on requests for new potential fees, which include transportation and athletics. UTRGV Radio asked Planning and Analysis Associate Vice President Juan Gonzalez, who serves in the committee, for details on what it will vote on Tuesday, but was told the committee is not prepared to release any specific information. Gonzalez referred UTRGV Radio to UTRGV Finance and Administration Executive Vice President Rick Anderson for information on the potential athletics and transportation fees. UTRGV Radio tried to reach Anderson for comment on the topic, but he had not returned phone calls or email. Athletics Director Chris King will present an athletics fee proposal before the committee on Tuesday as well, said Alondra Galvan, president of the Student Government Association and member of the committee. Galvan said Campus Auxiliary Services Assistant Vice President Leti Benavides presented a request for a new transportation fee a couple of weeks ago. Currently, funding for athletics and transportation comes from the UTRGV Student Services Fee. For fiscal year 2018, athletics received $7.7 million, which is 63% of the total allocation of the student services fees, while shuttle services was awarded $604,341, or 4.89%. Forums will be conducted at 12:15 p.m. November 14th in the Gran Salon on the Brownsville campus and November 16th in the Student Union Theater on the Edinburg campus. Fee proposals must be submitted to the University of Texas system by December 4th. In February 2018, UTRGV officials will present proposals to the UT System Board of Regents. Later that month, the Regents will vote on proposed tuition and fees rates for its institutions for academic years 2018-2019 and 2019 to 2020, according to the UT System website. For UTRGV Radio News, I'm Jesus Sanchez.
On Tuesday, October 31st, the UTRGV Student Union hosted their annual costume contest. Over 30 students competed in the contest with an array of costumes from Slenderman to Anakin Skywalker and many more. In the end, though, only 3 walked away with a top prize. After extensive voting from the judges, third place went to Nacho Libre, second place Aladdin, and the winner was Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. The fun was not done there, as a fan vote was conducted to see who the crowd's favorite would be. A student dressed as Richard Simmons would prove to be the winner after a spectacular on-stage performance. The union was largely impressed with the turnout of the event and looks forward to next year's. For UTRGV Radio News, I'm Nathaniel Puente.
The holidays are fast approaching, and HEV's annual Fest of Sharing event is right around the corner. Britney Valdez has the story.
Every year, HEB's Feast of Sharing aims to fight hunger, enrich the community, and ensure that all families are able to enjoy the holidays with one another. This year, the event is scheduled to take place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Wednesday in the Jacob Brown Auditorium in Brownsville, and from 2 to 6 p.m. Sunday in the McAllen Convention Center. The event provides traditional Thanksgiving meals and entertainment to cities throughout the state and parts of Mexico. Other feasts will take place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Friday in the Harlingen Community Center, 5 to 8 p.m. November 15th at Port Isabel High School, 5 to 8 p.m. December 7th at Fort Ringgold Elementary School in Rio Grande City, and 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. December 16th in the St. Joan of Arc Parish in Weslaco. Feast of Sharing is expected to serve more than 10,000 community members and displaced hurricane victims in Brownsville. About 600 volunteers from the HEB food stores, Brownsville Independent School District, and community organizations will help serve the meals. The meal will consist of turkey, stuffing, green beans, pumpkin pie, and cranberry sauce. Live entertainment will also be featured. Family-oriented events such as face painting are also planned at all locations. For UTRGV Radio News, this is Britney Valdez.
Now, here's Nathaniel Puente with the latest in UTRGV sports.
Women's soccer closed out the regular season with a huge win over New Mexico State. The Aggies took an early 2-1 lead, but UTRGV was able to answer back with goals in the 59th and 68th minute. Gina Steiner scored 2 goals, including the game winner, as Frida Farstedt Eriksson also scored a goal to help the Vaquetas win 3-2 as they get geared up for the WAC tournament. In that very tournament, UTRGV took on Grand Canyon in the quarterfinals. The Vaquetas were down 1-0 for almost the entire game until Sarah Bonney connected on a clutch penalty kick with 4 seconds left in regulation to send the game into overtime. Grand Canyon was able to score quickly in the overtime period and win 2-1. The Vaquetas finished their season with a 9-8-3 record. Men and women's cross country took a trip to Las Cruces, New Mexico for the WAC championship. The men's side saw Juan Menzado lead the way in 19th as the team totaled 6th place. The women's front was led by Cristina Martinez in 25th as the team finished in 7th. Volleyball traveled to UMKC to face the Kangaroos and were locked in a heated battle. The two teams traded the first 4 sets before UMKC came out with a nail-biting win in the 5th as the Vaquetas lost 3-2. They returned to Edinburg and looked to remain perfect at home as they faced Seattle U. UTRGV dropped the first 2 sets but were able to make a remarkable comeback by winning the final 3 sets to win the game. Not only is UTRGV now 9-0 at home for the first time in program history, but they are locked in 2nd place in the WAC standings with an 8-3 record as they get ready for the WAC tournament. This has been Nathaniel Puente with your UTRGV Sports.
This completes this week's UTRGV Radio News. Live from Brownsville, I'm Annet del Toro.